first of all, I want to take you a little way back, if we can, through the memory vault, and ask you, what's your first musical memory?
First real musical memory is when I was, I think, about 3 years old. It was when I was in nursery, and I was asked to sing, representing the nursery on TV, and just like that, I learned the song over a period of a couple of days and on TV. I made sure I stood out and I started singing loud and as loud as possible just to get noticed. And yeah, so I remember that was my very first one. I've had many since.
You started big early.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one, actually. When did the music bug actually hit? When did you know that music was what you want to do?
I've always known, but I think when I was 8, I sort of decided this is what I'm definitely 100% going to do. So I decided to, well, my mum bought me a karaoke machine, just a small, the cassette thing. And I said to her, I'm going to write a song for Michael Jackson, and I wanted to send it to him. So, I got writing, I wrote a couple of songs down, and then the one that sounded great, I recorded it, and I gave her the tape and said, here, pass it on to Michael Jackson. And she said, I don't know his address. So we looked in the yellow pages. It's like, you're not going to find it in there. But yeah, I didn't ever get to send it to him, but I still remember the song, I still have the tape.
Oh, there's still time.
One day,
yeah,
he'll probably hear it.
So these days, when you hit the karaoke, what's your one karaoke tune that you would choose?
I Will Always Love You. I love to sing that song because it's powerful and it's positive. It's just nice because I love everybody. So that's definitely what I like to impress people with.
Now, your dad was one of Africa's football legends, and your mum is an ex-athlete.
Yeah.
Were you a sporty kid when you were growing up?
Even now, super sporty. I mean, I love football, tennis, basketball, anything, any sports. I was always involved in it, and my dad definitely influenced me big time. He was fast. He was really fast running. I learned, sprinting quite early and running away from my dad and mum. Getting into trouble. Being naughty, yeah. So yeah, definitely sporty background.
And still, is that how you keep in shape? Because you're obviously doing something right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do, still play the odd football here and there. I love football big time.
Feisty chick.
Yeah, definitely. So, and I was very much a tomboy when I was growing up as well. And I think there's still elements of that tomboyishness in me now.
Oh, that's nice. It's good to have that balance as well when you get into the music industry, and there is an emphasis on how you look and all that type of stuff, especially for the females. Is there a little diva inside of you though?
I'm sure there must be a diva in everybody, because I'm a perfectionist and I always want everything to go right. I don't want anything to go wrong. I don't want people to be unhappy. So yeah, but that side of me will show, if I do get frustrated in certain situations. Yeah.
And I know that you spent the first part of when you were younger, 2 or 8, was it, in Nigeria? Do you go back there to revisit your roots very often? I guess you can get busy.
Now I do, because now I'm singing in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity last year to go back after many years and perform in a stadium. Just all of a sudden they heard that I was coming out with an album and a single, and my dad was organising a football tournament, a big game in Nigeria, and he asked me to go and sing the national anthem. So I decided to twist it and do an R&B version of the national anthem, which was maybe a bad idea at the time, but it was well received by the audience. But then it made the papers the next day that I was changing the national anthem to make it sound more R&B-ish. More current.
For the kids of today.
Exactly. So the kids loved it, but then the adults didn't take it that well.
And that was in front of 40,000 people, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How did you get your... I've done my research, sweetheart. How do you get yourself into the frame of mind before you do it? I mean, any gig must be quite nerve-wracking, but 40,000 people.
I mean, in all honesty, I don't tend to get nervous unless I'm waiting around for long periods. So what the team and I do is, if I'm going on at 11, we'll do the sound check, and then just before I'm due to go on, I'll just go, I'll be backstage for about 5 minutes. Because the longer you wait, then that's when the nerves kick in. So I've not had the opportunity where I've had to wait ages and then get nervous. So, but 40,000 people, I wasn't expecting it. I thought it would be a small stadium with, a few kids. So I should have peaked before going on stage. So when I hit the stage there, that's the first time in my life ever that nerves kicked in. I just looked around and thought, oh, I'm sweating. Well, they're all looking at me, and I can't hide, I can't do anything. So I broke into the song and then just started singing, and it turned out well.
Do you remember the first CD or tape that you bought way back when?
All I ever remember is Michael Jackson. I mean, it's probably the first CD, first record, first video that I properly saw, and I'm 5-star. I was probably 4 or 5 years old when they were big. So I love 5-star, and they influenced me as well. So.
Can you pull the Michael Jackson moves? Because last year I did a Michael Jackson. You can! Oh, yeah. Sure. I did a whole course and I still couldn't even.
Oh, really?
I'm not even going to try and embarrass myself. I still couldn't even do that.
Well, I watched him religiously, day and night, and even now sometimes I'll sneak and go downstairs really late in the night and start watching a bit of Michael Jackson on YouTube. So yeah, big fan.
He's great, he's great. Now, Hands Up is out on 7th of May. Has it been a long time in the making?
That particular song, yes, it's been very long. It's been a few years in the making. It's had different producers trying to do different things to it. It's been in different hands, and now it's come back into my hands, so Hands Up. So yeah, it's a part of my journey because it's a song I didn't want to let go of. There was an opportunity to work with EMI, and they claimed the song to a point, but I've taken my song back and I've got it changed some of the words. Had a different producer work his magic on it, and now I'm ready to release it to the world.
And I bet now when you perform it, I bet it shows all the more because you're passionate about it. And I know you not struggled but fought along the way with a lot of different people about pushing the sound you wanted, and obviously a very strong-willed woman in there.
I believe that God has given me a gift and a talent, and I want to be able to use it. And I don't want anyone to come and change what is there naturally. So I just wanted the opportunity to show people what I'm capable of, and that was never something that people were willing to do. They had their idea of, okay, we've got an urban artist who should be doing maybe neo soul and all these different types of musical genres, and they couldn't believe that I like pop music and I would like rock, house, a mixture of everything, and they couldn't understand how that would be marketable. So now this is a chance for me to show you that an urban artist can break into that sort of mainstream and do pop, like Britney Spears for instance, and do mix of music and still be good.
Now, as a female, have you had to fight your corner harder, do you think, sometimes than the males out there maybe have to do?
I think so, yeah, because being a female is always something not necessarily negative, but it's always a struggle anyway in anything, any business, and especially music, because people have an idea of what female artists should be doing. You should either be doing the sort of Leona type ballads and be really elegant all the time and all that sort of thing. And when I came with my tomboyishness and I want to dance, people just didn't know how to take it. They thought, are you going to do ballet, or what are you going to do? And I said, look, I can actually dance, so give me a chance. And but nevertheless, I'm doing what I want to do now, and I'm really grateful that people are receiving it well.
Have you had any strange or particularly memorable experiences while you've been on tour gigging around?
Strange. The whole thing is strange to me because I'm a virtually unknown. Nobody knows me. Nobody knew me in Germany. And my very, very first gig, people knew the lyrics to the song, and I just didn't understand it. So the promoters there did their job really, really well. They would have directed the potential audience to my website, listening to the songs. So by the time I came to perform, I was expecting to be maybe booed, or I was really negative at that point. I thought, they're not going to know me. This is Germany. I've never been here before. But I went into the city and saw there was 10,000 posters around Germany. I think it was Frankfurt. It was weird. And then I went on stage, and people threw their hands up, and they knew the lyrics of the song. I thought, wow, this is cool. I can get comfortable with this.
What's the most memorable concert you've ever been to as an audience member?
The most memorable is one by a lady called Denise Pearson. She's a gospel singer, and when I saw her in the zone, I knew that's definitely what I want to be doing on stage. There's a dancing element, and then there's a performance delivering a song, and boy, did she deliver. She was a great singer anyway, but she made you feel every single word. She moved you up and down just by singing and not even moving her body. And I thought, yeah, that's definitely the most memorable concert. She made me cry as well. So.
It's always a memorable concert when people manage to. Well, very, very lovely to speak to you.
You too.
Good luck with the album. Good luck with the single. Good luck with upcoming gigs that you've got. Are there any special that we can plug?
I'll plug on MySpace because, believe it or not, I update this myself.
Do you?
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way because I like to communicate with people, and that's the only way people can reach you. And I get lots of emails from different parts of the world about how I started and advice that I can give. And if I can give anything, I'd love to be able to give my advice to people in terms of just believing in themselves, practicing, staying focused, and not being distracted by any of the rubbish going around the world. So yeah, definitely my MySpace is www.myspace.com/May7, and that's spelled MAY, the number 7, VEN, or you can go to May7.com, which is my official website, and you can listen to music, download songs, and everything. Get some t-shirts if you want. They're not that expensive. So.
Do it. She's lovely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure speaking to you.